Carey, I saw on a news report this morning, they was showing a shot of a restaurant, and it just happened to be in the shot a sign that said no public restrooms. Are restrooms supposed to be off limits?
That's a good question. We just had a conversation with St. Edward's about that because I had heard from one of our directors that they weren't going to, families weren't going to, any visitors weren't going to be allowed to use the bathrooms. And St. Edward's said, well, it's not really probably what we're going to do, but we really are concerned about how we're going to keep things clean and, you know, how we're going to really keep things open. So I know, you know, the protocols and things like that, that I know Bob and the management team have really worked to kind of put in place to make sure that we are keeping things as clean as possible and staying on top of that. That is definitely, you know, a main area for cross-contamination. Other questions?
Carey, is the general public, when they're coming in, or most of the public wearing masks as they come in as visitors?
You know, that's a good question, Keela. I would say from what I have seen, it's probably a 50-60% of the public probably is. And then 50 or 40% of the public is not. It really, you know, it's really interesting because it's across, everybody has different opinions on, you know, wearing masks and, you know, distancing and things like that. And it's really a moving target. I think that's, oh, Kim, did you mute me? But that's really the biggest challenge right now, is to make sure that we're, you know, doing what we need to you know, to be smart. And I think the hard thing too is there's so much, there's so diversity ideas as far as how people are responding and reacting to this, that just creates so many challenges. You know, it's hard to go and tell a family, oh no, we won't let you in the door if you don't have a mask on. At the same time, you know, I would hope that people would be, you know, aware of other people and their challenges and needs as well. Yes, Molly. Hold on, Kim,
Molly,
hold
you're
on.
muted.
There you go.
Am I muted still?
You're good. You're
Okay.
good.
How come we didn't have masks made with the logo on them?
That's a good question. If somebody can,
Somebody that can do it. Right
I think that would be a great idea.
If you want me to get it going, I can do it.
Who's this? Who can you sew them?
Oh, hell no. No. But there's a company right around the corner that does that kind of thing.
Yeah, if you want to look into that, Molly, that would be great.
Rich's Stitches. I don't know if you.
Oh yeah, I know them.
Yeah.
If you get the masks, I can do the vinyl transfers too. So.
Oh my.
Does the vinyl work on fabric, Courtney?
Yep.
Oh wow.
It does.
That looks awesome when you do that.
Great idea, Molly.
Are you serious? You want me to look into it?
Sure, why not? What the heck?
All right. I think it'd be great. I mean, I think everybody should wear them, and I think, you know, it's fun to wear the cute ones with the little flowers and all that, but just
I've got my Washington Nationals one on order now that Fanatics is selling them, so I figure at least I can support my favorite baseball team.
I rest my case.
And hey, a special shout out to Molly. Molly has a big birthday coming up on Friday.
Thank you. So do you. Mine's not any bigger than the rest of them.
me either. So.
I know, because I know how much older I am than you.
Other questions anybody has? I guess if you have a question, I can't tell that's Keela speaking. If you do have one, just raise your hand so Kim can unmute you, or you can unmute yourself.
Well, I've just unmuted everybody, so.
I do know one thing that we are working on. I know Bob, Jenny Moss had the idea, and then we're working on trying to kind of message that out. But hopefully in the next couple of days, we'll have like a video of some sort, probably from me, like I had done early on for families. It just talks a little bit about, you know, how we're dealing with things and trying to kind of keep an update going from there. We'll probably get that on Facebook to start with, and just try to kind of message kind of how we're dealing with these different challenges of things as well. I will say the directors have done a great job of working with Ricky, who does live streaming. That's one thing that's been really pretty well utilized. And now with having the live streaming capabilities internally for us to do at the chapels is a big help as well.
Mm-hmm. Carey, what are the arrangements for Father Adrian? I saw he passed away.
Yeah, so his funeral mass is going to be Friday out at the Abbey. And I know Ricky is going to live stream that for us, because obviously the chapel out there would be standing room only with people everywhere. And so it's kind of a shame, because, you know, we'd have the whole cadet corps would probably be there. You'd have all kinds of honor guards, all kinds of special things done. And, you know, this is now going to be a pretty simple service. Even though, you know, Goochland County, at least you can have more than 10 people. But just because of all the challenges, especially of having a mass, you know, I know Father John Mary's told me it's going to pretty much just be family and the monks and maybe a few other people. But I think that's the biggest challenge now when you go into a church, especially like, you know, the Abbey, when you have pews that you have to kind of work to kind of distance people away from and things like that, just creates a lot of challenges. I'll say thank goodness at our locations we have chairs, because it does make it a lot easier to at least group families together and to kind of distance people. Whereas having a church with pews is a nightmare. I know St. Edward's, just talking to them, they're trying to come up with a way to make it work where they distance people by households, but that's going to be a nightmare. You know, and I think just about every church is, for a while, is going to really be a challenge. Yes, Sarah. Yep. Oh.
John, you're unmuted.
Yeah, I just wanted to, Jenny and I talked this morning, and we're planning June 23rd to do a service of remembrance that we're going to stream live. It's going to be from Chippenham, but for folks who have died over the last 2 years from who were taken care of at all three chapels. And I think we're pretty excited about that. I think there's going to be a very large response from the community who are going to be a part of that. And we're also have contacted the hospices that we've worked with, so they're going to kind of co-sponsor it with us. But it would be great to have staff involved in that, directors and staff, to be a part of it. I think as we're beginning to put the service together, we need like 9 people to help with that. So, you know, you can contact me or Jenny, and there'll be more information coming out to you. I think she sent an email to staff a couple of days ago, just announcing that we're doing it. But I think it's going to be really good and good for folks that we're offering this at this time.
And just to pile on that, I think what we're going to do is, I mean, it's open to the public. You don't have to be served by Blyleys to attend or to have a, have a loved one. And we are going to light a candle in their honor and have photos, maybe a slideshow. We've got a whole bunch of different stuff. John's got the whole thing worked out. And then, wait, what was I going to say? Something important and I forgot. We've typically been doing the ones at each chapel, but this will take place at Chippenham, but it will be for all the chapels.
Yeah, we're going to call out each person's name. And as we light a candle for them at the chapel, we're asking them to light a candle at home and to keep that candle burning, you know, or to light it when they need to, when they feel down or sad. So to try to involve them as much as possible in the experience, other than just watching what's going on. In addition to that, the other, I think, exciting thing that we're doing is Jenny Bliley is, we're live streaming a one tournament of angels at the beginning of June for about 50 families who have, you know, lost a child or miscarried or whatnot. So we're going to be, by streaming that to those families, I think it'll be a way for them to bring closure that, or the beginnings of closure and the beginnings of healing that they otherwise wouldn't have had.
Yeah, and special shout out to you know, to John and Jenny Moss for putting this virtual remembrance service together. Because right now, you know, ideally we'd love to be able to do something communally, but you know, this is Zoom or online things are the best ways we can make that work right now. So it's taking resources we have and making it work for families, as I know the same with the Interment of Angels part as well.
Yeah.
I think it's, you know, we can only do, I say we can only make the best of what we have right now, and this is what that is. That sounds like my house.
Sorry. Two grandchildren fighting over the computer.
If I was at home, it'd probably be somebody, the kids would be behind me, probably fighting each other. So,
Jeremiah.
We have gotten our 10-minute warning a few moments ago. I think our call is going to end about 4:21.
I know the main thing, you know, again, like to try to keep doing these things like once, you know, once a week, just to give people a chance to ask questions. Special thanks to everybody for submitting questions in advance. That's a big help. Just so I can kind of run through those and kind of cover at least I know the main things that people may have questions about or concerns. I think the big thing over the next couple of weeks, you know, and months is just for us, you know, remember this is a marathon, not a sprint. You know, unfortunately right now, we don't know when the end date of all this is going to be and what that's going to look like. This is something that could be with us for years. It's something that things may flush over and it may be through in the summer. You know, none of us know. We're all, you know, just, you know, guessing if we try to say otherwise. But I think just thank you all to everybody for being patient with us. Know how much we're here to support you and whatever we can. And, you know, just keep staying in communication with each other. I think that's the best thing all of us can do is to do whatever we can to support each other and, you know, remain the Bliley family and team that we are.
Right. Dimple has her hand up, her virtual hand up, and she's unmuted now. Dimple, do you have a question?
No, I just want to say I miss y'all.
Oh, okay. And Debbie Gale, let's unmute you. All right, Debbie Gale.
Hello. Can y'all hear me?
We can hear you, Debbie.
Yes.
I just wanted to let y'all know my daughter pulled through her surgery today. She still having a rough time with the pain and all, but it was successful. So thanks for all the caring concerns on that.
Yeah, absolutely. Nobody else has anything else. I will, you know, I will adjourn, and then Kim should hopefully have that by the end of this week. I'm trying to do these meetings at different times to give everybody a chance to kind of, you know, morning works better for some people, afternoon works better for others. So we're probably trying to keep, you know, mixing things up. But if anybody has any questions, please don't hesitate to, you know, email or call me directly. You know, whatever we can do to help, you know we're here to do that. And again, special happy birthday to Molly. Okay, Molly's trying to say something.
Uh,
Hold on, Molly. Start over.
Can we hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can